Greetings. Good morning, everybody. My name is Kimberlie Wright. Thanks and welcome to Hand-Built Pottery. Last week, we were continuing our project on the hot air balloon, and we're going to, of course, continue that today. However, I want to start out with my announcements. Hope you all are feeling well out there. Thanks so much for coming to the class. And remember, if you need any assistance with supplies or anything to join the class to complete the project, please call me or see me at the Darnell facility. Thank you. We might have a little bit of noise in the background due to the fact that they're doing some landscaping outside the building, grass and that type of thing. All right. So the holidays and events today, and don't forget to write any of these down if they can inspire you to do any works in your class, in your life, or if you want to research any of these topics. All right, today is Spirit Day, Police Commemoration Day, National Reptile Day, National Get Smart About Credit Day, National Reptile Awareness Day, National Pumpkin Cheesecake Day. I wonder how that tastes. Anybody out there ever had some pumpkin cheesecake? All right. Today is National Pets for Veterans Day. Count Your Buttons Day. We usually count our blessings. This says Count Your Buttons Day. National Check Your Meds Day. International Shake Out Day. International Day of the Nacho. International Credit Union Day. Conflict Resolution Day. Celebration of the Mind Day, Back to the Future Day, and National Apple Day. So out of all of these days, I was curious to know what International Shakeout Day is. International Shakeout Day is observed with the mission to educate the public about the importance of taking immediate action in case of an earthquake. This day, which falls on the third Thursday in October, remains our best opportunity to learn and practice how to protect ourselves and put our loved ones out of harm's way. If you live in an earthquake-prone area, then you know how scary it can be when a tremor comes out of nowhere. Let us, so I guess a shakeout would be a type of a earthquake. So I was curious to know that. That was really interesting. All right. So moving right along, next week it is.
Before you carry on, I'm sorry.
It's no problem.
Around the top, you said something about National Credit Awareness or something like that.
Yes. You want to hear about that day?
Yeah.
It's International Credit Union Day.
That was the one towards the top, maybe like the third one or something.
Okay, let me go. It's no problem. Let me go up and see. Oh, National Get Smart About Credit Day.
Okay.
Yeah, you wanted to hear what that was about?
That's good. I just want to know the name. Get Smart About Credit.
Yes, ma'am. National Get Smart About Credit Day.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, they meant. I'm sure it's going to be some things about credit that you probably didn't know that will probably help you save or cut corners or something to that nature. All right. So it's sort of short notice, but you still have plenty of time. Even 1 hour is a great amount of time to be creative. All right. So next Friday on October the 29th, that's 2 days before Halloween. Halloween is Sunday, October 31st. And so on the Friday of the 29th, we will be having, instead of us, the Darnell facilities celebrating Halloween, we always celebrate fall itself. So Our particular festival is called Fall Festival, and Miss Terrell did submit a flyer for that yesterday. And so I just want to reiterate in my classes, being that I know my participants are very, very creative and unique. Y'all know y'all very unique. All right, so you want to take a mask, any mask if you have it, if you want to participate on Friday, October 29th for the Fall Festival at 10 a.m. It's going to be on Buffy's, Maleta Clayton's link. And what I like to use was just this regular disposable mask. And since we usually place the white side against our face, but since it's for the purpose of decorating, I'm putting the blue side toward my face and using the white side since it's a clean slate to decorate. So usually every year, things have changed. Things always changing for the better or just for circumstances. We used to have a pumpkin carving contest that we used to do. However, we thought that the carving tools would be a bit much for seniors, and we wanted to limit the risk of you all harming or cutting yourselves. And then we started the pumpkin decorating contest, where we were distributing pumpkins to you all, like those styrofoam pumpkins from the dollar store, and you decorate them with all sorts of stickers, paint, anything that you liked, and we would judge you on those. And so since they didn't have a lot of pumpkins in the stores this year, we decided to decorate masks, since masks are a big part of our life. And it seems like fitting that during Halloween, people dress up with costumes and wear masks anyway. So this is a really good time to mask up, double mask up, masking with your protective gear, your EPP, to, protect yourself from any diseases out there, and to also cover your face with something decorative for the festivities. All right. So if you'd like to decorate one of those masks, 2 or 3, we're doing basically a show and share on Friday, and we would love to see your creations. And I wanted to just show you a few that I have made already to just inspire you. All right. So I thought this would be really funny if like a man would wear this one. All right, y'all see that? This is just a marker. And so you can decorate it with marker, you can use pen, ink, you can be very creative. This is one I did. I thought it looked very funny on a lady.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Never would have thought of decorating masks.
Yeah. So, and one thing is too, that's a big business as it pertains to when the mask first started coming out. We would have the plain mask, like we would generally think of people in the hospital, like a doctor or a nurse having on those masks. And then we did start seeing SARS in China, and we start seeing people wearing masks and things. But now you have all different sorts of colors of masks with bling and different pictures. So even that could be a business for anybody. If you think of something unique, you can even, some of the artwork that you've already done, you can get prints made somehow and put them on masks. There's all sorts of things that you can do to market, creativity to produce money. But I think that that was a really good idea. But don't forget, these are disposable. So you want to use materials that you don't feel that bad to just kind of like toss, because you probably won't be having these that long. You can't wear them forever because they get, dirty and from breathing on them or handling them. So you want to throw them away at some point in time. And you can also make some of these just probably to display. All right. So this is another piece. Let me come a little closer. All right, y'all see what that is, a clown, right? All right, so, so this particular piece, I added glitter and everything. So you can see, you can use marker and glitter.
But Kim, that just looked like you.
Oh, thank you, baby. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
I had to throw that in.
Oh, why you had to laugh all hard?
That's what I was saying too. That look just like Kim.
Why you had to laugh all hard and stuff, Miss Regina?
I tell you. Let me ask you something. So those are paper masks. So
Paper.
Can we do it on cloth masks too?
Yes, you can use any. That's what I was trying to say. You can use any type of mask you'd like, but it's a good thing we're not judging the mask this year as it pertains to like how me and Miss Ann usually do a first, second, and third prize, because even the fact we're doing it virtual, I just feel like, y'all know how sometimes I'll be like real strict, but I don't want to accuse somebody of having too good of a mask and saying that was store-bought or something like that, but we are encouraging everybody to please show masks that you made rather than something that was already created. And you like,
so that's next week. That's next week.
Next week on Friday.
Okay, I'll make my own mask.
This mask is that regular, like, yeah, the cloth mask. It's like,
I got some of them.
I guess it's paper, kind of paperish cloth. Yeah.
Yeah, but I use a cloth mask because you can wash them.
Okay.
Kim, so, I had to walk away. What kind of paint did you use?
I said I used marker so far with the 3 that I showed you. Marker, which was Sharpie markers, and glitter and glue. So okay. I only showed you the one with the lady's mouth, the man's mouth with the cigar, and the clown, which y'all said looked just like me.
I had to walk away. I didn't hear it.
All right. So this is the next mask. I'm not putting it that close to my face because I made this for Miss Buffy. Y'all know she's a Delta. So you can make masks that have to deal with astrology. You know, we love to say what our sign is. You can deal with sororities or fraternities. You can do sayings. It's all sorts of things you can do as far as the creativity. All right, so I'm just showing you. Go ahead.
How is it the design doesn't change once you put it on, spread it out?
Well, I'm not even really sure because since I'm probably going to be sharing these with people, I try to handle them as less as possible. And this is Miss Buffy, so I don't want to put it over my face to try it. If it does spread a little bit, hey, it's fine. But one thing I think it's going to do, since it's so much Elmer's glue on it and it glued, I think those parts are probably not going to spread apart like they're supposed to.
Right.
So what you could do is wear a mask beneath your decorative mask and then put that one on top. To just be able to just sort of keep this after you wear it so it doesn't, you know, get lipstick or saliva or snot or something on it. Excuse me. Sorry, y'all.
Lord, please.
I'm just saying all the things that might come from your face area, even maybe like any fluid. Sorry. All right. So I'm just giving you all, because I'm trying to encourage you all to participate in the the fall festival. I'm just, you know, I took my time to try to make some demos or some pieces for you beforehand to give you some ideas and encouragement and inspiration as to how you can make your own pieces. And so I got really inspired by a whole bunch of different pieces that I have for my costume this year. I might go to a costume party, a family party. And I was saying, I hope no one asks me who I'm supposed to be because I probably wouldn't even know. However, it's geared towards something like a pink.
Ms. Terrell, please come to the front lobby. Ms. Terrell, please come to the front lobby. Thank you.
A pink gypsy / type genie person. So I could
thought you was already dressed.
Okay.
I thought you...
Okay, because I could say I'm like a gypsy or a genie, but I might keep it towards gypsy. And so I was inspired to make some pieces that gypsies wear. And I actually Googled a few pieces just to kind of see how the shapes and styles were. So I created some of those masks. And what I really used was shards and scraps of material that I have. And I didn't use that many rhinestones because once again, these pieces are not going to last forever. And I did just get an idea to say I can wear double mask, wear one mask under my mask so it can protect that one more. And once I actually wear it, I can hang it on the wall, frame it, or, you know, just keep it or something. Or one thing is too, being that you're going to throw it away, what you can do is just make sure to take photos. Take photos of your pieces if you make more than one. However, these are the pieces that I made that are supposed to be sort of on the genie gypsy style.
Oh,
I'll be back. I gotta leave. I'll be back for a minute.
wow.
I'll be
I
back.
like that.
Thank you.
I'll be back, Miss Kim.
It's
All
no
right.
problem. So, you know, I don't want to, of course, it's going to curve around the face, but I don't want to, once again, put it on. It's just to show you all because I may be giving these to somebody else to wear. All right. And so here is another piece.
So smart. Mm.
It's sheer, you know, you'll be able to see the bottom of the face to make it look a little bit like an illusion, but it still like have some sex appeal, just a little sheer to cover you. And all of these are no-sew mask. I actually used just a little scraps of pieces of sheer cloth I have and ribbon and hot glue and like rhinestone, that type of thing. And so that inspired me also to just go ahead and see if I could make one with feathers and a little bit of tulle. It was a little bit hard to make, but I got it done. So this is one. You see the ear handles right here. That's how it looks on the back.
You glued those feathers on?
Yes, I glued the feathers and the tulle. These are like some circular pieces of tulle. You see, I don't know if you can see the tulle here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's like tulle all in there. It's really mostly tulle and just a few feathers, and then I put a few rhinestones in the center. So I thought that might look like you in the bush or in the jungle or something.
That's something my daughter will wear if she goes
Okay.
to those hot. Yeah, she'd like that.
I wonder how that would look on your head, but you pulled these down over your ear, or broke or cut it, or cut one side of it and then tie it up under your chin or behind, something like that. So you can make some head pieces with these as well.
Wow.
That's cute.
Yeah.
That's real cute.
Thank you. All right, these are my last two pieces for the genie pieces. I think these are my two favorite pieces, so I saved them to last.
Mm. I like that.
Yeah, I do too.
That's you gonna be a model. What do you call them women? Model hurry.
Yeah, but it's a gypsy.
Oh, gypsy. Yeah, I know something like that. Oh yeah,
Very
you need that
exciting.
headband. Yeah, put your headrest on. You got it going on. Yeah.
And so this is like pink with silver, pink and silver.
Okay.
And I have like a piece of kind of like silver bundle with a silver piece of tulle over that fabric. And I put pink ribbon around it, and all of that was placed on there with a hot glue gun. That's how it looks on the back.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. I like that.
All right, and this is the last one that I created just to show you all what I know you can do. It's like white and gold. It would be really beautiful for a wedding or something.
Oh, yeah. Who would have ever thought?
Kimberlie.
I should have come up with that a couple of weeks ago at my son's wedding. That would have worked.
Oh, yeah.
And on the side, I kind of scalloped the edge and put like a little rhinestone just right there on the side.
Look great.
That's how it looks on the back.
Okay.
All of those are really nice.
Thank you so much. So hopefully y'all will get a chance to at least even make one piece for the to show on the fall festival. If you have several like I just did, we'll be glad to see them. So don't worry about that. And if you do get a chance to make any of those mats, just feel free and have fun. And the next thing I wanted to say is that we just had our first schedule or the date schedule class where a participant came back to the facility and worked right here in the classroom.
All right.
So even though it was only one participant, that's a great start to us returning back to the facility. And that first participant was Miss Diana Williams. She came here yesterday on Wednesday at 2 p.m. She left about 2:30. And you don't have to say anything at all, Miss Diana, but if you wanted to say something about your experience, was it good, bad, if you want to rate it, would you say you want to come back? Is it something we can change? Anything?
It was good. It was good to be back in the classroom.
Okay, thank you.
It felt good.
Okay. Even though it's such a short. Go ahead, sorry.
I was able to glaze my pieces. A lot of pieces. So
okay.
it was good.
And I wanted to say, even though it was only a short 30 minutes, you know, what we're trying to do is just to do a little bit, just to see how things will play out with this pandemic that we're dealing with. But we're going to increase the time later. And even last week, I told you all we will be starting with 2 people, but we think it's smart to just go ahead and start with 1, see how the comfortability is with that, and then build up to 2. But I had a really nice time with Miss Diana in the classroom. We listened to music and she just did her work, I did mine, and we really was just quiet until either she needed something or it was time to go. But however, the reason why I'm saying all that to say is that next week on the 27th, October 27th is the next scheduled day for somebody to come and work in the classroom. And the only requirement that you have to be able to work in the classroom is you have to be in the Zoom, our virtual class. And so is there anybody who wants to be next week? And I said, if nobody signs up for next week, if Miss Diana Williams wants to return again, she can. Anybody want to come up here next week on Wednesday at 2 p.m. from 2 p.m. to 2:30? All right. So, anybody? I was going to say, since I don't have anybody saying anything, if you are...
You hear me?
Yes, I hear you, Ms. Gwen.
Okay.
What are you saying?
Y'all come to class?
You coming to the class on Wednesday next week?
Yes.
At 2 o'clock?
Yes.
Okay, so what I recommend to you is to maybe come about 1:45 so that you can do the sign in at the front, because you have to come anytime you come up here, you have to come through the front door. This is just an example. Since you're pretty much primarily going to be working back towards the door, if you want to park back by the classroom, you can. Then you have to walk all the way around the building to go to the front of the building and then sign in and everything. And so if you get here a few minutes before 2, you'll definitely be in the classroom by 2 o'clock to utilize your full 30 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I'm going to put you down for next week, Wednesday at 2 p.m. And if you are not able to attend next week, you can always cancel. Just please cancel ahead of time.
I'll be there.
All right. And if someone else wants to be the next person for Wednesday, November the 3rd, at any time you can let me know, but I will always ask you all in the next class. Like next week, I'll be asking you all again. All right. So we're going straight into the next portion of the class, which is our hot air balloons. And this will probably be the last week. This will be the last week that I'm actually doing all the creations for the basket of the hot air balloon. However, next week, I probably will have to do a little bit of sgraffito or embossing certain details into my basket, but I will be definitely going on to the actual envelope or the balloon next week. So once again, if you need any assistance with any type of supplies, please call me, email me, or come to the Darnell facility. Thank you. And right now, yes.
You have another firing schedule?
Actually, I will be firing. Today is Thursday. If I don't fire tomorrow, it's going to be Monday.
Okay.
Yes, but I'm going to be firing just about every week or every other week. So whatever you need fired, please bring it. Yeah, and whatever I have of yours, I'll just be letting you know when it'll be done. All right. Even though we took up all our time in class with those like certain announcements and that type of thing, we're going to just continue to go on and maybe end class at the regular time. However, I'm getting the tool from this toolbox over here. I'm just going to go ahead and show you what I do have.
Miss Wright.
These are my sandbags. For some reason, when I keep on saying sandbags, and I've said that in a few classes, I keep thinking about breasts. However, these are my sandbags. One second, young people. And thanks again, you all, for joining class. These are my sandbags to my smaller basket. And as you can see, I have a hole on the sides. I let them dry, and I decided to get this tool that has the squared end and the loop end. And once I let it dry, I'm actually just shaving off the top of the piece or the bag that doesn't look natural, where the tool went through to actually make the hole. And even though they're dry, I'm just gently going through those holes to make sure they're really open after I shave those uneven edges off of there. And I have two more. That's what I'm about to tell you. As soon as I shave those other two off. So I didn't want, once you push the clay through a hole through the clay, you're gonna get some residual clay that's pushing out from the hole. And I just want to actually clean that off to make sure it doesn't show on my sandbags. All right. I didn't make a sandbags like that for my larger piece. I made it for my smaller basket. But you know how a hot air balloon is in the air, Miss Etheria and everybody else? Actually, all of my sandbags are pretty much hoisted or tied up on the basket because they're not in use. But for my smaller basket, when it's hanging from the ceiling, I'm gonna have these 4 sandbags hanging from the bottom of my basket like they were actually released for weight.
Okay.
But that's why I had a string of these.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so before I bring my baskets over here, I want to cut the other pieces to my hoist. That's how they look on the sides. And this is how large they are compared to my hand. And so I already made like a pattern for, I would say 1 basket. And these, I need 4. So these are my other parts for my smaller basket right here. And what I'm cutting now is for my larger basket. And as soon as I cut those out, I'll be able to show you my basket and we will conclude class because it doesn't really make sense to actually attach all of those. I need to do it at a slow pace so that I can let these things leather, so that as they get harder and harder, I'll be able to attach them to my basket and they'll be able to stand up. So I'm just releasing the parts out of these 4 pieces. And as you can see, I have this same 4 pieces right here. All right. So you can see that they are a little bit jagged on the sides a little, but for the most part, they are the same. Somebody's making a lot of noise. Can you please mute yourself? I already know who that is. Let me mute them. Sorry. All right. So these are for my larger basket and these are for my smaller basket. But I just started to get those together before class. And you can see the color of my sandbags are completely dry. I made those last week. That's why they are lighter in color.
So where are those, the pieces you just cut out, where are they going on the
I'm about to show you, young lady. Sorry. So it's no problem. So these particular pieces I'm moving out the way so they don't get broken. I'm coming right back. Thanks for being patient. Coming right back. All right, thank you guys. I just had to gently lay those down. They're delicate. All right. So this is my smaller basket. And you can see these are the same type of sandbags that I just showed you. These are the handles. And I'm going to put strings on here and have those other 4 hanging off the basket. And last week when I made this, I cut a really small, thin wooden seat. I have a seat in the inside right here. As you can see, that's a seat. I have 2 propane tanks right there. And let me try to turn this right. Right here in the center is a seat across the bench styled seat where several people can sit, and then maybe that's like where one person can sit. And on this side of the propane tank, you can see I have some type of, like, I would say it's a radio. Yeah, I have handles on it and a speaker. I don't know if you can see that right there. And then on this side, I have like a pouch. It's like a 2-compartment pouch where people, the people who ride on this apparatus or this in this hot air balloon can put their things in here, or possibly I might need to use this for some type of tools for the hot air balloon. But I wanted to be a little bit detailed with my basket. So far, I think I have all the components of basically what you need. And Miss Etheria was asking where I'm gonna put the pieces that I just cut out. Once I get the style of how I want these are gonna be bent like so, and it's gonna be like 4 around the corners of the basket to be able to actually hold up that hot air balloon. So this is my smaller basket. And now I'm going to show you the larger one, but just even still looking at the size of it compared to my hand. You see how large that is compared to my hand. All right, because you don't want to make your basket too big, because your balloon will have to be enormous, and that means you're going to have to be using like way too much clay. So even in the sense of making a basket, this is pretty big. You can make something even more miniature than this if you like. It's up to you. You can make
what's the height of that basket?
Okay, I'll tell you. You can make something really, really itsy bitsy and cutesy, or you can make something to the maximum largeness that you can, that you wouldn't have to use too much clay. And with the ruler, this is 2.5 inches tall.
Okay.
2.5 inches tall, and wide from one side to the other, it's about 3 inches wide, or 3.5 inches wide. 2.5 by 3.5. All right. So now, even though I think this basket got a little bit big, just comparing it to be able to see the balloon around it, I know it's not going to get that large. So I'm pretty happy with the size of this this basket. And so even still, it's definitely larger than this basket. I'm letting you see the comparison. It's about 2 times the size of that one. However, it's still able to fit right in my hand. And this basket, I have like little props up under my paper props up under my handles so that they don't break as I continue to work on it and add moisture. So I'm just going to move those to show you what I've done in the parts. Now, this particular sandbag here has a little bit of squareness to it, as you can see. And so the sandbags on my larger basket are more round. And so that's how those sandbags look around there with the handles.
That is very detailed.
Very nice.
Thank y'all so much. I have two bench style seats in the inside of here. I'm just going to delicately turn it over and hopefully hold it. You see the 2 bench style seats, and I have them with a basket weave. And then I have 2 propane tanks right here. Or if you want me to turn it this way so you're able to see it. These are my 2 propane tanks to give the basket, the hot air balloon, heat and gas or whatever. And then once again, I've made another compartment that's, a compartment that's sits on the wall with a large pouch on the bottom and 2 smalls on the top for who in the world gets in your car? Your passengers. Your passengers, they can put their things there, or that compartment can be used for tools. So these particular, let me show you once again. These particular things that I just made, these are about to turn like so. And I'm going to be attaching these to.
Can't see that. Okay.
I'm going to be attaching to these to each corner like that.
Wow. Yeah,
So that's where the actual balloon, I'm going to be adding my strings to hold the balloon.
Wow.
So the reason why I'm not actually making the form how I really want it is because I want to do all of them at the same time, and I don't want to, I want to change my shape back. So that's why I'm opening it back while I have the chance now, and you will all be able to see it the next time. So once again, beyond that, you don't even have to get that detail. If you just want to make a basket and make your hot air balloon and put it together, it's still going to be very beautiful because you're going to have your design feature that's going to be over your balloon. What I asked everybody to do something on their balloon that represents who they are, sort of like, not in a story fashion, but I could just simply put a ram on my balloon that would say that I'm an Aries.
Don't be getting my idea.
Okay. Well, maybe if you do a ram and I do a ram, some kind of way when we all go to the pasture to release our hot air balloons, and some kind of way maybe our hot air balloons will collide and our ram horns will butt heads.
It took a lot of time to think about that, right?
Stop hating, Miss Etheria. All right. So I hope you all have seen the beautiful mask that I created for the Fall Festival, and I hope you're able to create some. And I hope you all are working on your baskets. But even if you haven't started, if you need something, please let me know. Please get started on your baskets, because after this week, I'm probably just going to be showing some drawn detail and starting on the actual envelope or balloon next week. And from that time, from that project, we're going to be going straight into our busts, or really heads, because a true bust is a head that has the neck and at least the top of the shoulders on the torso attached. But if it's from neck up, it's usually called a head. And if it has the top part of the torso, that's called a bust. So I just wanted to educate you all on that as it pertains to having some kind of art history. And anybody have any questions?
The bust or the head, is that an assignment or just something that we're doing?
Yes, that's a class project. I asked everybody to get a wig head from like a beauty supply store or somewhere, and we were all going to make a bust or head together. So yes, that's a class project. But right now, this actual hot air balloon is a class project. If someone out there does not do it, that means that you just wasn't interested. But however, I must tell you, when we start the bust project, if somebody say, Kim, I didn't make the hot air balloon, that's your problem, your fault, your issue, because I was saying that you can work on this hot air balloon in your own time, but right now, this month, right now, October, this is the time that we all supposed to be creating it together. So good luck to everybody, and positivity and love and all that good stuff.
Can I show you something in my project?
Yes, sir.
It's something I made, and it's I call these are my shoes that I made.
Okay, they got kind of like they kind of got like a dress shoe, but kind of a moccasin look.
Yeah, and I have the Wright
Put your hand up to the side of the shoe, flat. I want to see how the size of it compared to your hand. No, put your hand flat to the side of the shoe, not your head. Your hand. No, I can't see your hand now. You got to turn it with your hand. Turn. Okay, turn to the side a little bit. Let me see. Okay, it's a little bit longer than the shoe is longer than your hand. So it's about,
it's 12.
it's bigger than your hand.
It's 12 feet.
Okay.
12. Yeah, 12 inches.
12
inches.
Yeah, 12 is that what size shoe you wear? No,
you don't want to know what size shoe I wear. You know what they say about that.
No, I ain't heard that.
No, you don't tell us.
So what size shoe you wear? 2?
No. I wear size 14, 15.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
Nice.
So these are both of my shoes here. And
Mr. Van Dyke, you must plan on putting real laces in those, because I see you got those holes.
No. Those are stones.
Oh, okay, cool.
So the stones, these are more like elastic, you know, when you open them up, they close back. You know, that's my idea of call my shoes the Van Dykes. The Van Dykes were, you know, they just kind of like elastic like that. And
sort of like those sock shoes that you just slip your foot into?
Well, it's a different type of shoe. It's the shoe got the heel on it, because these going on the wall.
Okay.
They go on the wall. And it's like a elastic kind of shoe. You know, you just open it up and they close back together to cover over the shoes.
Are you those need to be fired, don't they?
Right, they need to be fired.
Okay, they look good.
But I call them the Van Dykes.
I love them. Be careful now.
Those are very nice, Mr. Van Dyke.
Thank you.
Yeah, be careful.
I got it. Okay, thank you.
You will show them again once they get fired with the
What inspired you to make shoes?
Besides what?
What inspired you to make shoes?
Because I haven't made any of them. I remember when we had class, y'all had made some shoes, so I decided to make some shoes. And plus, I go on Pinterest a lot, and I see a lot of things that give me ideas that what I want to make. I want to make some more shoes. I want to make them in a different style of shoes, and I want to put them on the wall, and I want to call them the Van Dykes.
They all gonna be Van Dykes.
They ought to be the Van Dykes. Right, they're gonna be the Van Dykes.
Even though you have they are the Van Dykes, don't forget it's sort of like a brand like Nike or Fila or Puma.
Right.
Don't forget that each shoe of those particular brands have like a name. For example, you might have the Adidas Trekker or the Adidas Water Glider, you know. Right. So even though you calling each shoe the Van Dyke, give it a name, like it could be the Van Dyke Elastics.
Yeah.
A sub name.
Right.
Yeah, it's like the sub name describes the design of the shoe. Like the brand name is Van Dyke, but the design of the shoe would be the elastics, being that you said that.
Right, the elastics.
Something like that.
Put your little emblem, symbol on the heel or something.
I do.
You know what I was gonna say? Since that heel was so thick, since the heel was so thick, I was gonna either say call that shoe the Van Dykes, the heel or the foot up your ass.
Well, see. But in the back of it, I have my logo, and it says Van Dyke Howard Creations.
Van Dyke Howard Creations, okay.
Right, and in the middle of
VHC.
Right, in the middle of it, it has the emblem of a tree. So it says Van Dyke Howard on the top, on the bottom has Creations, and in the middle of it has the tree. That's in the bottom. That's in
I
the
was going to
bottom.
say you should make some kind of symbol with a VHC, but you've already done it.
Yeah, yeah. So that's in the bottom of this shoe, which is 12 inches. And in the inside of this one, I have the same emblem.
Oh yeah, inside the actual leather of the sole of the shoe. And Mr. Van Dyke,
Right.
some kind of way, you know, in
Yes.
class, one time we created some clay stamps, but you can also cut a stamp out of like a styrofoam. I'm just trying to encourage some kind of way for you to make your own stamp so that you can just use that stamp and stamp your shoes as you make. Oh, you already got one?
Yeah, I already got one.
I wasn't even looking at the screen. That's so good.
On the top of it says Van Dyke Howard. On the top, at the very top, in the middle of it has the tree emblem. And then on the bottom, it has the creations.
You had that made or you made it yourself?
I had it made, but
that's beautiful.
I do all my artwork with put my stamp on it.
That's very beautiful.
Thank you.
But I don't mean to be, I'm not trying to be critical in things, just thought I had, maybe you could get a little stamp of the tree and put it on the heel of the shoe where it could be seen.
That's what I do.
You have.
I have that. I have that.
She said put it on the heel where it could be seen.
That's what I'm saying. When you turn the bottom of the heel up, you have the tree emblem of the tree in the bottom of it, and it will be seen, but in the top of it,
in the inside of the sole.
You see that tree?
That's gonna be up against the wall.
Yeah, but he has it also in the inside of the shoe, in the inside of the sole, where you can see it where it's hung.
But that's just on one of them, isn't it? Isn't it just one that has it on the inside?
Right. On the inside, and the other one has it on the bottom.
I think that's really good. And you'll be able to see it on the inside when it's hung.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's really cool to keep it like inconspicuous. It doesn't have to be like, boom, right out in your face. Like, even me personally, I mean, to each his own, but you know, sometimes people have on outfits or clothing that have like a lot of information and different stuff on them. However, I like a more plain type of clothing. If I get some type of brand name clothing, I would hope that anything that it says is really small, instead of it saying polo, really large over the shirt. I just want it like really small, something that looks more solid and classic than having everything so big. But I think that's like a real good aesthetic to keep with your fashion, your shoe line.
And all, you know, on my images, on my work of my turtles, I have the tree emblem of the Van Dyke House Creations. On the back of all my creations, I have that emblem, you know, the Tree of Life, Van Dyke House Creations.
And I think, Mr. Van Dyke, what Miss Gloria Bell was asking was, you will be showing us those shoes when you completely finish, won't you?
Yeah, I'll be showing you all my my artwork, you know, the bust of the lady, and my vase, and my turtles, and my shoes, and my hot air balloon. And if you do you want me to still do another bust myself in the class?
If you're interested, you can. If you were interested, you can make a bust along with my instruction to see if it's something that I'm telling you that you forgot, or that could add some expertise to what you've already been doing. It's your choice. I mean, like, one thing you can do is to create something that you haven't created. Like while we're creating a bust, maybe you can do a baby.
Yeah.
Like a baby head, or maybe instead of doing a human bust or the head, you can do an animal.
Okay.
Like maybe you could do a ram. What was it one time you was trying to do a ram, or you actually did a ram? It seemed like somebody in one of my classes was trying to do a ram. Oh, I know who that was. That was no, that was at the Helen S. Mills Center, and that was another young lady who was actually making a ram. And I have this actual ram head at home. She wanted to actually borrow my ram head to see the features and kind of like help to mold her piece while she was like, I let her keep it in the classroom for at least a year, but she finally gave it back, and her ram was like extraordinary. It was really, really splendid and amazing, but she just was so critical on like right here somewhere in the nose area, but I thought it looked really good. So
yeah, I did the ram on the vase. Remember the vase I sent I did the ram on the vase?
Yeah.
I did that.
Yeah, I'm just saying this particular bus is like pretty much like the size of our head. So
yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Okay.
But if you want to make
That's
a bus with the class, you can. If you don't, you can just create something else. It's your choice. But after the bus, we'll be going on to another project anyway. So, you know, you always out creating and working us, and you know.
I ain't gonna say all that.
So we trying to catch up with you anyway. Yeah, so it ain't like if you miss out on the bus, we trying to catch up with you anyway.
Well, it's good to have another bus. Have some bus around the house.
Okay. All right.
All right.
So maybe maybe make a two-headed bus, a man and a woman on each side. Maybe make a three-headed bus, a man, a woman, and a baby, you know, all on one bus. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, creative ideas, yes.
You know, challenge yourself.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Make a bus of somebody that you know that you admire, like President Barack Obama, Dr. Martin Luther King, or Bob Marley. You can make a bust of them, and then on the back of the head, cut the head off like the hair, and maybe make some little smaller things that have to do with their life. Like, for example, this is just an example. If you were to make a bust of Bob Marley, on the back, I probably would have like a guitar or a marijuana plant.
Yeah, one.
I would. I mean, he was really big into marijuana. And then I would have maybe like Haile Selassie I, since he was a Rastafari. You know, I probably would have the number, like a number 7 or 8, I think, whatever number of children he had. Like some things that, okay, like maybe I shouldn't have went on Bob Marley. But if I had Dr. King, on the back of it, I would have like, name something that you would know is Dr. King, a Bible. Maybe I would have some black and white people, a couple of little people together. I don't know. You know, just some things that would tell about Dr. King's life. So I'm just trying to give you some ideas of something else different you can do rather than just having the back of a head with hair. Maybe tell a story about the person on the other side.
Yeah, okay.
Don't be scared. It's just a little bit of work. That's all you got to do. And I was thinking too, like if this is the back of the bus, so to speak, instead of having the head protruding like this, have it concave, where it's like kind of like a hole, so to speak, and have the pieces inside there.
Or two-sided head, one face in the front and then the other head in the back. A bus that way.
Well, I already said that. I said you could do a man on one side, a lady on one side, and I said like a man and a lady on the sides, but on the third side, you could have a baby. Man, woman, and child.
Yeah.
Or you could do a man and a woman if you want to.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Mr. Theory, don't eat the rind. You know how your mommy, grandmama, you used to say, girl, throw that away. Don't eat the rind. Trying to eat the rind.
It's good. It's been fermenting for about 3 weeks.
Yeah, I see she scraped that. She had push up. I was like, what is wrong with her? Eat that rind. Hungry self. Okay. Hungry Jack. Hungry Jack. Miss Etherea's middle name is Hungry Jack.
Thank you.
Oh, y'all remember some of them old school jingles for some of them products we used to use back in the day? Like the Hungry Jack song.
or the Oscar Mayer son. My first name is, you know, all that kind of stuff.
That was pretty cool. All right. So anybody else have anything to show, share, anything to say about the mask? Anything? All right. Well, you know, one thing I was thinking about making another mask. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I was thinking about having another mask, right? And I was gonna glue like a real, but you know, like plasticware utensils, they're really light. So I was gonna put like a fork, glue like a fork on it, like it was, the fork part was coming to my mouth with like a chunk of some food on it.
Yeah,
Why
sure. Sure, them
y'all didn't say nothing. I mean, I guess it was gonna be like.
I like you running out of ideas.
Hold on now. That's a neat idea to look like the mask eating, like somebody feeding me or something.
Do it and see how it comes out.
That don't sound like I'm running out of ideas. That sounds like I'm being innovative, like I'm still thinking. I didn't give up. I said
I'm just joking.
I know, I'm just joking.
I'm just joking.
I know, I'm just joking with you.
Do it and see what it looks like. Do it
yeah, but the chunk of food I'm gonna put on there is not gonna be like real. It's gonna be something that's crumbled up like paper, but I'm gonna paint it to make it look like food or something. But anyway, I hope you all create some masks, have fun. Thank you so much for joining Hand-Built Pottery. It's about 11:30, so that means we've had class for about an hour, which is great. I've had a great time with you all. Thank you, Mr. Van Dyke, for showing us your beautiful line of shoes, and we hope to see more in the future and even those finished. My name is Kimberlie Wright. Have a wonderful, safe, and blessed day, and I'll see you all tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Peace.
Y'all have a great day. Be safe.
Thank you.